Hi there, this is Jessica Davis with the MSPmentor, and I'm here today with Alistair Forbes of MAXfocus, a new branding for this company. And we're talking about managed security services today. And I wanted to ask you, Alistair, how is the security landscape changing for MSPs these days?
Well, it's undergoing very significant change, I think, in the market in general, and specifically in terms of how MSPs have to react to that in terms of protecting their customers' systems and networks. If you look at the incidence of malware, in 2013, the number of new malware samples increased dramatically. It more than doubled compared to the previous year, with the emergence of new threats like CryptoLocker and so on. And looking at the same data for the period up to the end of August, it had already exceeded the volume from 2013 by the end of August 2014. So there's absolutely no sign of this slowing down. So both the number and the sophistication of threats is continuing to increase, and that certainly poses a challenge for MSPs, as it does for every organization.
Excellent. And so that's got to mean a bigger opportunity for MSPs. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, we very much believe that's the case, and because we think that MSPs have got the scale and the skill set to be able to deal with this far better than most end-user organizations. So we see it as an opportunity for MSPs to extend their service offering and have a particular focus on managed security. If you look at the predictions around the managed security services market, although the overall managed services market is expected to grow, the rate of growth in managed security service is expected to be significantly higher than the general trend. So looking at that, we see that there's an opportunity for MSPs to grow that as a proportion of their overall revenue and to reach new customers that they haven't been able to reach before, because they're offering that wraparound service, the comprehensive security that's really what organizations need as the threats continue to multiply.
Excellent. And so how do MSPs go about capturing some of these opportunities in this new market?
Well, I think that there's a number of components to that. One is obviously that they have to make sure that they have the understanding of what the threat landscape looks like. So they need to invest some time in research themselves. They need to develop their own skills to be able to deal with that. They need to be identifying the components that they need to be able to deliver the managed service security services offering. And one of the challenges that comes with that, I think, is that because of the diversity of threats that are out there now, they do need to have a fairly comprehensive range of tools to be able to deal with that. And that in itself is a challenge for them in terms of how they position that with their customers, because many of their customers, or pretty much everybody, will know that they need an antivirus product. But beyond that, there's much less awareness in the customers of what is required to have a comprehensive security solution. So it's really important for MSPs that they take a true managed services approach to this, and that they're not looking at it as a product sale type of opportunity. So really abandoning, if there still is any vestige of the reseller mindset about you're selling products, it really is all about delivering a comprehensive security service. And so there's a series of tools that they'll use to do that, but the real value add that they're offering is their skills and their experience in how to deploy them, how to manage them, and how to make sure that they're up to date and that they are covering all the threats that their customers have. So it really is a continuation of the trend that we've seen of moving much more towards a true services mindset as opposed to the reseller mindset. And I think those MSPs that have already made that transition are well positioned to do that. And those who are partway down the journey, the security space is a very good opportunity for them to continue that trend in their own businesses and to develop their own portfolio of offerings around that, because the awareness that is generated in end-user organizations through the media continues to provide a backdrop against which they can position their services. So I think that's the kind of thing that they can take advantage of.
Excellent. Well, thank you for that perspective. That's really helpful. And thanks for joining me today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you again.